Good afternoon and welcome to this third of my thoughts, really, or reflections on Mary. These aren't normally Bible studies, but forgive me this week. I think it's really important for us to perhaps in this week of all weeks to see if there's something from the story of Mary and Joseph and the birth of Jesus which is speaking to us right now. Today we're going to just briefly look at the birth of Jesus, and just to see, obviously there's much in the birth of Jesus that's relevant for today, but just in kind of practical terms, just putting ourselves into the situation of Mary. So this peasant girl has become pregnant. She's gone through all the trauma associated with being pregnant as a virgin and unmarried. And then she's faced this one last challenge of being told she has to travel for 4 days to get back to Bethlehem. And she's just ridiculously ripe for pregnancy. Mary found out that she was pregnant through the Archangel Gabriel. She's as I say, had this journey through her pregnancy of having to deal with all these situations. And you kind of think that Mary could be thinking, Lord, look, you've asked me to do this. Can't you make any part of it easy? Can't you make just one part fall into place so that it's not a challenge, so that it's not difficult, so that it's not uncomfortable? You know, I've put myself out, I've done all these things for you, I've turned myself inside out for you, but it just feels I don't know where you are. And you kind of will be forgiven for thinking that, well, Lord, that would be a reasonable thought. But Mary gets to Bethlehem and she ends up giving birth in a stable. She ends up placing Jesus into a food trough. What does that say? What does that say to us? Well, I think one thing it doesn't say, or the one thing it does say to us as far as now is concerned, because we could be perhaps forgiven for saying now, okay, Lord, look, we kind of had enough of this. You know, we've prayed and we've listened and we've fasted maybe and we've hoped, and we may have prayed for people that have become poorly or prayed for people that have even died. Lord, where are you? Where are you in all this? But just as God was present at the birth of Jesus, God's present now. The fact that Jesus was born into an animal food trough, or into a stable but laid in an animal food trough, didn't mean God wasn't present, not the slightest. It was just part of the plan. A plan that Mary and Joseph didn't understand, but just had enough faith to go along with. And kind of that's where we are now. We can cry out for God to intervene, and He is. I don't believe in unanswered prayers. I don't believe that prayers are ever unanswered. I just think they're answered in His own way, and we'll never understand what that is because how can we? We can't even get to grips with the scale of His creation, let alone what His plan is for each one of us. But I think the fact that even with His own Son, God just didn't make it easy. He wants us to be resilient. He wants us to be strong. He wants us to be faithful, filled with faith. And these challenges we grow through these challenges. There will be answers that we crave and we'll never know. But like Mary, I think we just need to be filled with faith. We need to know that there's no magic wand. That's not the way God works. But there is a God. Jesus is here for us. And in that lies our hope. This season will pass. Yeah, Christmas won't be what we expected. But things rarely are if we think about it. But it will pass. I hope that was thought-provoking. I hope it was helpful. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. And I'm not quite sure who's back with you tomorrow, but someone will be. I'm signing out now. Take care. Stay safe. God bless.